Alright, bowlers and parents from the unbelievable Red Rock Lanes, welcome to title matches of today's JBT tournament. This is the scratch division, not the handicap division. Do not let the size fool you. This is an amazing bowler, 13-year-old Wesley Low, looking to become one of our youngest JBT title, scratch title winners ever, if not the youngest. We'll have to go do some research. He's trailing in the match against Allred right now. He really needs this double, and he's been doing that when he's needed to all day long today. That double gives him in the 90s through 5, which is going to put him about 23 pins behind old man Allred. Got a 13-year-old versus a 21-year-old. That's one of the joys of this sport that we play, that age is not the most relevant factor. It's skill and talent and experience and all that stuff. Brandon has all of that in spades. He's an 8-time winner with us. One of the best stylists you're going to see in all of bowling, let alone under 22 bowling. Careful preparation. Watch this follow through right to target. And watch that reaction down lanes. That strike does make it a 23-pin lead, which he can extend to 33 if he'll double up here in the 7th. We bowled on the PBA Tournament of Champions playing condition day, which is appropriate since this is the bowling center that hosts the PBA Tournament of Champions. Extremely long, relatively flat pattern. It seemed like the best place for the right-handers to play was around the right side of the lane. Some of the guys were playing right up the 1-2 board. Ball speed was absolutely key on that long pattern. If you were a little bit fast or a little bit not direct to the pocket, that ball had no chance of getting up to the headpin. Allred is a little bit further left. Lane has started to break down, but you see how few boards he's going to cover. This ball's going to roll right around 15, and it's not going to go much further right of that. And that was left of target the whole way, and that is an ugly break for him as the 4-7-9 stands up. He's getting the ball around 15 when he was striking. That was around 17. It went right the whole way. Certainly could have gotten something better than that split down there as a result. Let's see how he goes about getting this. He's on a strike, so he's not going to lose too much count if he gives it a good run here. Allred's certainly more than capable of making a split of this. Got to get the ball way to the left of the 4, slide the 4 into the 9. Not just the 2. Ooh, wow. Or he could bounce it out, you never know. So with that split, he's got 147 through 7. Wesley right now on the pace for 135 through 7, so the lead has been cut to 12, and Wesley can further cut that to 2 if he can make it 3 in a row here. The powerhouse from Palmdale. Bzzz. Oh, will the 7 fall late? It does! Look at that! A smaller than expected reaction out of that messenger from Wesley. That was a key shot right there. And we got ourselves a 2-pin match with 3 frames to go. Wesley has led 7 of the 8 rounds of this tournament. Bowled all 8 games over 200 on a day where the cut was minus 50. That's dominance. Qualified first at plus 288. And after being way behind early, this for the lead. No, and he knew it. Using 2 different balls on 2 different lanes here. He used the mission on the right side most of the day today. He had to make an adjustment on this left-hand lane. I think he went to a little bit weaker ball when he left the big 4 in the 4th. But that ball still checks on them there. Every lefty, if I saw it correctly, made the cut today. The left side looked a little bit softer today. And so finally the lanes might start to be breaking down on the left side like they always do for right-handers. Got to make the spare. He does. So he gives a little bit of count back with that, and as a result, the lead is 4 for Allred through 7. Who can throw up in the 8th, 9th, and 10th? This pair was a relatively high-scoring pair. It was Brandon and Aaron? No, Zach and Aaron had the front 8 each in a head-to-head match against each other on this pair. Earlier in the stepladder, Zach Hattori had a 278. Brandon, for his part, had a 233 that could have been higher, but he kind of had garbage time in the second half of the game in the semifinals over Zach to reach this spot. You don't win 8 titles without making shots in the clutch. You'll need to make a few right here. 4-pin lead, working on the open. There you go. Looking good on the right-hand lane here. Let's see what kind of minor adjustment he makes on the left. Was it more of the lane, or was it more of him last time when he left that 4-9? Red Rock, a 72 lane center. We're bowling on 57, 58, 59 and 60, the amazing sign. The other 12 are VIP lanes, way down to the left end of the center. Believe me, they are indeed VIP-ish. Pretty spectacular place here. Brandon can go off the sheet for 237. If he does so, there's nothing Wesley can do about it. Ninth frame might tell the story. Wow, and boy is it ever going to tell the stories. For the second straight time, he comes up high, and I think he's a little bit more surprised at that one. That ball dove just at the end. Now he's got to do some scoreboard looking here. You think you might need the mark here to even stay close to Wesley, but you would kick yourself if down the road getting the 1 instead of the 2 ends up playing a part in the match. So let's see what kind of strategy he elects to use here. Again, going for, I like the move there to go for the 2, but try and sort of shave it a little bit and see if to get lucky. That gives him 175 through 9. Wesley can stay clean for 203. So if Wesley doesn't double, Brandon will still have a chance to double in the 10th to win the match. Wesley has done a lot of doubling and tripling and so on today. 13 years old. Wants it to hold. Held somewhat, but it was high all the way. Pretty fortunate to only leave the 6-pin there. Meanwhile, the handicap division bowlers have caught up quite a bit here. We're going to catch a little bit of this. They're in the 8th frame of the match already. This is number 2 seed Jhared Gonzalez bowling in his first career JBT tournament. Right now trailing against, okay, spare, he misses the spare. He's trailing right now against James Gabour, the JBT veteran looking for his first career JBT title. There's James. Wesley does convert his spare in the 9th frame, so a scratch is coming down to the 10th. James has many second place finishes with our tour, but no firsts. He would love to change that right here. He's got the lead and needs the lead. He's got to win by 30 some odd. High there and breaks up the split, leaves only the 6th. Right now he's got 146 through 7, so he's made up the handicap difference. Wesley can double to win the tournament. This is the lane he struggled on. Boy, oh boy. That could have been anything. Here's Gabour coming on your screen, shooting the 6-pin. He has it. Don't want to get as much of this handicap match in as possible. They really bowled their game fast. So he's leading by 55 as James. He's got to make up 33. So he's in pretty good shape if he can keep on marking. Wesley here in the 10th, if he spares it, will force Allred to double. First things first, a tricky little double wood. Not so tricky for Wesley. I tell you what, you just gotta tip your hat as much as possible. He shows maturity way beyond his years here. Picking up the spare, taking his time, even getting a little lower to further analyze what's going on in this somewhat tricky left lane for both bowlers. The count ball is somewhat irrelevant here. This is Gabour, by the way. He left an 8 count. He's got a tricky little 2-5 to shoot at, and he covers it. So great job by Gabour here. Any sort of decent count will force the double from Allred. That's more than decent. Even 200 for Low. What a fantastic performance all day long. But it's going to come down to Allred in the 10th and scratch. And Gonzalez missed a really good shot, but leaves a 10 pin. Jhared, a house bowler here at Red Rock Lanes, bowling his first first JBT event, first big tournament. What a great day for him. He already won the Ebonite bowling ball in the raffle. 10 pins are going to be tricky for him. Oh, but just slides by it. So if this is a runner-up performance for Gonzalez, what a fantastic day he had. The ball, power ball, and second place. Allred must have these strikes. Oh boy, that ball was light the whole way. You see the sort of nonplussed reaction. Allred, a bit of a perfectionist. He knows he got away with one right there. This is Jhared finishing up in the 10th frame. Leaving a 2-pin, which he will. Just slide by, but what a fantastic day for him all day long today. And for James Gabour, a long awaited first career JBT title. My goodness. It's been a long time coming for that guy. So this is purely victory lap for Gabour. He's going to shoot 200 clean if he can mark here in the 10th frame. Even if he doesn't, well in the clear. And here's Brandon if he wants to win title number 9. He's got to find a way to strike one more time on the lane that he is liked in this match. Here we go. Will the 10 carry? Oh, the messenger slid across the lane horizontally and will not carry. And 13-year-old Wesley Low is a scratch division JBT champion, one of the youngest ever. The 21-year-old goes down to the 13-year-old. No shame in either way. These are two excellent bowlers. Could have gone for Brandon and didn't, and Wesley is the winner. And James Gabour is the winner. What a great story for him as well. James led since game 2 of the tournament and finishes off, both top seeds finish it off with impressive title match victories. Big win for Gabour, big win for Low. Look at his dad just overcome with emotion. It doesn't get better than that, folks. We'll hand out the awards to these 4 very deserving finalists, and we'll see you again for more action from Red Rock tomorrow. Pick your poison time.